I can't talk about digital and include RGA and not include Huge. Huge is a digital agency located in Brooklyn, which is where I happen to be born and raised. We bought Huge a number of years ago. At the time we bought Huge, there were 80 employees. Headquartered in Brooklyn, it was in a little place called Dumbo, and it was doing some really cool stuff. So we bought the company, and we've invested in them, and right now, Huge is one of our fastest growing agencies. It has over 1,000 people, and it has a global footprint. So from 80 people in Brooklyn to over 1,000 people on a global basis. So why does it have this type of growth? And the reason for it is, again, it's a DNA digital-based agency that is capable of expanding what their reach is in developing both products, brands, and experiences with the consumer through their expertise. And here again, what's interesting is I'm going to talk about a little project they had in Atlanta. And one of the aspects of, like I talked about with RGA, is how do we get to keep the talent when we're competing with all these digital companies that are out there? And one way we do this is also another lab through Huge, where we let the employees pick particular projects, and we invest in these projects so the employees have a sense of ownership, and we experiment with all the great ideas that they can come up with. Now, you're going to think about what great technology idea did the employees of Huge in Atlanta come up with that warrants a discussion at this platform? And the answer is a coffee shop. Right? Isn't that what you would think of, a big digital agency to come up with in terms of an investment? Their offices in Atlanta happen to have a retail space in their offices, which is right in the center of where the universities are and all these tech companies are. And there was some eligible retail space, and they decided they were going to own a coffee shop. And they were going to use the coffee shop as a base to experiment with new ideas. And what was the idea that they were focusing on? They said, why can't we use GPS, digital technology, to develop a relationship with consumers, to come to our coffee shop using digital GPS? And basically what they developed in this coffee shop was an app where, using GPS, they will know whether you're in the area. And if you're in the area, you can sort of send them a text and say, by the way, we know you're nearby. Perhaps you're heading over to the coffee shop. Why don't we prepare your drink before you get there, so that when you get here, you don't have to wait online. We know what your drink is. We'll have it ready for you. And just give us a text in the future, and we will automatically prepare what you're looking for. That's developing relationships with consumers. Now, of course, you may have seen that some other coffee shop has been doing that recently, called Starbucks, okay? But that's the idea of using the DNA of technology, digital, all in terms of using something that develops some fun, some relevancy, and enhancing our people's ability to take what they're learning and bring it to life in the environment. And frankly, that's the kind of stuff that is most important to the future of our business. And that is learning from the technology that's out there, having the people who are expert and enjoy what they're doing and think out of the box. And it'll embrace change throughout the organization. It gives us an opportunity to find great new ideas. It gives us a great opportunity to invest in these ideas, but more importantly, it gives us an opportunity to bring this technology to our clients to enhance the messaging from an advertising and communication point of view that they're looking for. That's why I believe that the future of our business is better than it's ever been, because of what we can bring to the table using technology and really bringing marketing and communication to the 21st century and anticipating what the needs will be in the future. So I think this is an exciting time to be in our business. I don't lose sleep overnight in terms of all these threats about the death of our industry. I think the resources that we can bring to the table, whether it be through media, whether it be through experiential marketing, whether it be through traditional advertising, where else can you come up with the creative ideas that our industry has come up with? Now take those creative ideas, whether it be something like L'Oreal and Because You're Worth It, or MasterCard and Priceless, and take those big ideas, bring it to the consumers in a digital, connected way, and that's what we have for the future of our industry, and I'm excited about it. So thank you for letting me share some time with you, and enjoy the rest of the week.
Michael, thank you. Before I let you go, I just want to ask you one question.
Sure.
So you're the CEO of a holding company that has scores of separate business units. How many exactly?
We have 800 companies within the organization.
Okay. That's what I want to ask you about. What you're sketching out here is how your companies deal with a revolutionary change in just the underpinnings of everything they do. How do you, as CEO, and your headquarters team assure that that kind of knowledge and understanding that develops, say, at Huge, gets into RGA, gets into McCann? How do you do something as big as that?
Yeah, early on when I joined the company, because I was an outsider from this industry, it didn't make sense to me that we had all these silos, and all these silos were competing with each other. Frankly, you couldn't put them in a room together because they were the enemy. So we developed at IPG what is known as open architecture. And under the open architecture, it was my belief, and it's become part of what the IPG stands for, is that our clients are entitled to the best IPG has to offer, no matter what silo it's in. So what we do is we have forums, we have meetings with all our different agencies. Everyone in IPG knows that they can raise their hand and tap into any of the resources with IPG. And we can bring it to the table with our clients. Obviously, conflict is one of the issues we have to deal with. But absent a specific conflict situation, we know that any one of our agencies can bring the expertise of RGA, Huge, Weber Shandwick, McCann, FCB, all to the table and provide that integrated offering for our clients. And I think that is what clients are looking for now. In fact, most of these new RFPs, the pitches that are going on right now, they're coming into the holding company. They're not coming into the agencies. And basically what they're doing is they're coming in and saying, you tell us the best way you can meet our needs. And through this open architecture model, whether it be a lead agency such as McCann or a lead agency such as RGA, tapping into the other resources, that's how we can respond to the clients in the most intelligent way without having them to worry about the various silos and conflicts.